Hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Virgo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you, are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Virgo, let's get started. So we do have the Queen of Swords, so the Queen of Pentacles, and then we also have the Eight of Wands. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Wands, to the King of Wands, to the Ace of Wands, okay, to the Nine of Wands. All right, this person doesn't know if they are coming or if they are going. You're dealing with somebody who's all over the place. You're dealing with somebody who thinks they know what they want, but deep down inside they don't. I just kind of feel like you're dealing with somebody who has a tendency of sending you mixed signals. One day they make it seem like they really do want you in this dynamic that they share with you, and the next minute they're just like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for all of this. Now that I think about it. Okay, Virgo, I just kind of feel like you're at that stage in your life where you're looking for somebody that you can settle down with and, build towards a life with. And I feel like when it comes down to like this person in particular, like this is somebody that you would love to build and establish a life with. However, because you and this person are just clearly not on the same page, Virgo, I do see you trying to like figure out like, okay, like where is this going? Am I wasting my time with this person or am I not wasting my time with this person? Do they really want a serious relationship with me or do they not? Like I just kind of see you trying to like really figure out if this person and or dynamic that you share with this person is worth your time and or investment. Okay, let's look at this person. So we already know that this one over here is a little bit all over the place. It's like they think they know what they want, but deep down inside they don't, How does this person currently view this relationship with Virgo? So we do have the Ace of Cups, we do have the Six of Cups, and then we also have, let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. Don't get me wrong. I feel like this person wants to continue to pursue whatever it is y'all currently have going on with one another, which could be like a friends with benefits type of situation, nothing more, nothing less. But I keep getting like, let's just see where this goes. Let's just see what happens. Let's just keep spending time with one another and getting to know one another. Let's just see where this goes. Let's just see where this goes. Let's just see. Okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them wanting to see where this goes. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm getting a whole lot of uncertainty coming from this person. A whole lot of uncertainty coming from this person. It looks like you guys have been dealing with one another for quite some time now. I am definitely getting that. My concern is that they showed up as a King of Wands, and the fact that they're harnessing this energy of uncertainty is kind of alarming for me, because a King of Wands is somebody who's able to like identify right away if the person that's sitting across from them is the one for them or not. Like they're able to just identify it right away, with the exception of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is somebody who takes forever and a day to really figure out if the person that's sitting across from them is the one for them or not. But the King of Wands does not have that problem, which they did show up as a King of Wands. The King of Pentacles doesn't have that problem. The King of Cups doesn't have that problem. The Emperor doesn't have that problem. The only person that has that problem is the King of Swords, and you're not connecting with the King of Swords. So that's kind of alarming, honestly, because that's kind of alarming that this person, they're showing up as a King of Wands, but they're concerned about you and this dynamic that they find themselves in with you. And there's this energy of them feeling like they need more time to like really figure out, if you're honestly the one for them or not. But a King of Wands is, they just know right away if that person's the one for them or not. But let's jump back over to you. All right, so we have the Nine of Pentacles, we got the King of Pentacles, and then we also have the Virgo. Can I be honest with you? And this is just, between you and I, I'm not going to tell this person anything, but I do feel like this is somebody that you can see yourself having a serious relationship with, but between you and I, this person truly does lack certain things that you truly want and desire within a person. And I think that that's something that you're well aware of. I also think that, you feel like, but, I can change them, I can change them. I can, influence them to be the man of my dreams or the woman of my dreams. Like I am definitely getting that. But I'm gonna be honest, do you currently look at this person like, oh my God, this is like, oh, this is like the man of my dreams or the woman of my dreams? No, absolutely not. I think that there's certain things that you like, about this person, your relationship with them, but to go as far as to be like, oh my God, like this is just the one for me, I just know it. I wouldn't go as far as to essentially say all of that. And I'm gonna be very, very honest. I'm gonna be very, very honest. Virgo, I do see you definitely meeting the one. I do see you definitely meeting the one. At some point. I don't believe this person's the one for you. I'm just going to be honest. I don't believe that this person's the one for you. But I do see you eventually, meeting the one. I am definitely getting that in the future. But yeah, let's look at this a little bit more. Okay, Four of Swords, Four of Wands. We also have the Queen of Cups. And then we got the Five of Cups, so Lovers. I'm going to be honest, Virgo, when it comes onto your relationship, with this person, I do see you patiently waiting for them to essentially figure out, you know what I mean? If they truly do want you in a relationship with you. But with the Five of Cups coming out here, that's kind of telling me that this entire situation between you and this one over here is not going to really play out the way that you're hoping it would. I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna be very angry and very upset and very disappointed that you invested all of this time into this dynamic here between the two of you and nothing, comes out of it. But hold on, there's a but to this. There's gonna come a point in time where you're gonna reflect back on your relationship with this person. You're gonna be extremely happy that things didn't necessarily work out here between you and this person, because at the end of the day, let's just be honest, Virgo, you know that there's a lot of things about this person that you really, really don't like, that, you wish that they would essentially change about themselves. When you do meet the one, because you will, that's besides the point. It's already written in the stars. I see it here, and I see it eventually happening for you. When you do essentially meet the one, you know what I mean? You're not going to find yourself looking at this person like, okay, you would just be the man of my dreams if you were to just change these 25 things about yourself. Like, you're not going to find yourself feeling that way towards this person when you do meet this person, because that's exactly how you're looking at this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. Like, if you would just change 25 things about yourself, like, you would just be the man of my dreams. You would just be the woman of my dreams. Like, with the one, you're not going to find yourself feeling that way. Granted, when you do meet the one, you might notice that there's like one or two things that you wish this person would just change about themselves, or they would just stop freaking doing. But other than that, you're going to look at this person like, they're damn near close to perfection in your eyes. You see what I mean? This one over here is not near and or close to being the man or the woman of your dreams. You just kind of feel like, well, I can change them. I can mold them into being the man or the woman of my dreams. It's basically what I'm gathering. So I feel like Spirit is just kind of like warning you, you know what I mean, in advance that, hey, like, we get it. You like this person. You see potential with this person. You want to be with this person. But I got something 10 times better in store for you. Like, that's kind of what, Spirit's trying to essentially convey, to you, Virgo, that you will essentially meet the one, but they're not your one. Like this one over here, no, they're definitely not the one for you. All right, how does this person currently feel? Yeah, this person's like, it's like, God, it's like they want love in their life, but at the same exact time, they don't. You know what I mean? Like, they're just all over the damn place. This person comes off to me as somebody who still wants to, like, party and see other people and date other people and enjoy their life a little bit more, Like, I just kind of feel like this person wants to continue to keep you around because of the benefits that come with you and this dynamic that they share with you, but then they also want to be single and free and do whatever the hell they want and not have to essentially respond to anybody or be tied down to anyone. Is basically what I'm getting. Okay, so you're gonna find yourself patiently waiting, for this person to really figure out where they want to essentially be, because a part of them, wants something serious with you, but then there's that other part of them that's like, but I'm just not ready to settle down just yet. So I do see you sticking by this person's side until they figure out like where they want to essentially be. But I feel like there's going to come a point in time where you're going to stop patiently waiting for this person to essentially choose you in a life with you. What actions will Virgo take towards this person or moving forward? All right, so we do have the High Priestess to the Knight of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, we do have the World. We have the Page of Pentacles to the Magician, to the Hierophant, to the Temperance card. So as far as you patiently waiting for this one over here to really figure out where they essentially want to be, there's going to come a point in time, Virgo, where you're just going to sever ties with this person. Just accept the fact that, you know what, this one over here is never going to be ready. They're never going to be ready for anything serious. I'm done with this person. And like I said, Virgo, like, you will be extremely hurt and disappointed that things didn't manifest into absolutely anything between you and this person. But I promise you, when you meet the one, you're going to look back at this relationship and you're going to have the mentality of, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what made me think, you know what I mean? What made me think, that this was the one for me? You're going to have that what the fuck moment, you know what I mean? Eventually, I am definitely getting that. As far as you and this person that I essentially see you meeting, you guys showed up as the King and the Queen of Pentacles. We also have the Hierophant to the High Priestess. So there's a huge possibility that this could definitely lead to marriage between you and this person. You just have to have trust and faith, Virgo, that the universe has a much better plan for you than the plan that you have set out for yourself. Because here you are trying to make this plan, right, to go and build and establish life with a King of Wands like energy, and the universe is just like, yeah, no, Virgo, we're not going to do that. We're not going to go build with a King of Wands like energy. No, thank you. We're not going to do that. I have a much better plan for you. I just kind of feel like it's one of those things where it's like God's plan is way better than your plan. You might think your plan is better, because you really like this person and you see so much potential between the two of you, but it just kind of looks like God's plan is way better than yours, Virgo. And I think that in time, you will essentially see why this needed to come to an end between the two of you. I think that in time, you will essentially see, I think that in time you will essentially see that God had something 10 times better in store for you. And it is 10 times better than this one over here. I mean, like, this is like a night and day type of situation. A King of Wands is like the polar freaking opposite of a King of Pentacles like energy. Like, when I say you are leveling up in the love department, I'm not joking when I say that. The King of Pentacles is considered to be the perfect partner card. For those of you who don't know that. The King of Wands, man, the King of Wands is just a freaking headache and a half, okay? The King of Wands is somebody who, the King of Wands is somebody who's very hard to build with. The King of Wands is somebody who just wants to be single and free, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, as far as them wanting to be single and free is concerned, but they just kind of have like, this like, mentality that they just want to like party and, date a bunch of people and, get to know a bunch of people and see a lot of people and do this, down the third. It's like they have zero interest of actually settling down, like zero interest, absolutely zero interest of settling down. And to be honest, Virgo, I feel like this person has every intentions of living their life this way for as long as they possibly can, as far as like not settling down is concerned or fully committing and or devoting themselves to a person is concerned. They just want to be single and free and date this one and date that one and then date that one over there. Like, that's just how they want to live their life. And I'm getting that they want to live this lifestyle for as long as they possibly can. So chances are you're going to go off and meet the one and go as far as to get married to the one, and they're still going to be out here bullshitting. They're still going to be out here partying. They're still going to be out here dating 20 million fucking people. Like, they're going to live this lifestyle for as long as they possibly can. And that's okay. It is what it is. I mean, to each their own, but alrighty. So we have the Four of, I just kind of feel like this person's just going to continue to essentially string you along. In other words, they're going to continue to give you the impression that, they do want something serious, just not right now, in hopes that that'll influence you to continue to patiently wait on them. But again, this is kind of like the epitome of them wanting to have their cake and eat it too. They don't want you to go anywhere because they love the benefits of you and what comes with you. But at the same exact time, they also want to be, free to do whatever the hell they want. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they're going about this. And there's going to come a point in time where you're going to sever ties with this person. You're going to. It's going to happen. It's gonna happen. And like I said, dude, I feel like you're gonna be very disappointed to like sever ties with this person and get up and walk away. But I promise you, you will look back at this moment and you're gonna find yourself extremely grateful that things didn't necessarily work out here between, you and this person. And once you sever ties with this person, they'll turn around and basically do someone else the exact same way that they essentially did you. They're gonna give that person the impression that they want something serious with them, but they're just not ready for all that right now. You know what I mean? Until that person gets sick and tired of their bullshitting and severs ties with them, and then they'll meet somebody else, and then they'll give that, someone else the impression that they want something serious with them. But, I'm not really trying to settle down right now. I got a lot of things going on. And then that person's going to sit around patiently waiting on this person, to take them seriously. And then that person's going to eventually wake up and realize, you know what, this person's never going to be ready for anything serious. I got to cut this person out of my life. And then, they'll move on to the next and do the exact same thing that they essentially did to you to the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person. They're going to be living this lifestyle for as long as they possibly can. For as long as they possibly can. I can't emphasize that enough. Like, for as long as they possibly can, Virgo. Okay? So you're literally going to meet the one and possibly even go as far as to get married to the one, and they still going to be out here conning people, you know what I mean, and leading people on. Is basically what I'm getting. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. Hopefully your reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.